The 7 best ways to save for retirement in your 50s. Now, when you reach your 50s, it's going to be a little different than saving when you're younger, 20s, 30s, 40s. There are some things you have to do differently in order to save appropriately when you're in your 50s. Here's number 1. Don't abandon stocks when you get to your 50s. I know the rule of thumb is when you get older, you need to get more conservative. And I totally believe in that. But don't get too conservative. For instance, right now I'm 61. I'm still 60-40 stocks to bonds. Okay? For me, that works. I'm risk averse. For other people, that could be way too conservative. But for you people who are conservative in your 50s, don't abandon stocks. Even when you retire, your money has to work for you. The best way to have it work for you is to have stocks. Okay? What does that mean? If you're like 80-20 in your 40s, maybe think about going down to 75-25 when you're 50 and gradually start going down, while you go through your 50s. Could be different. It's different for all of us. Get conservative, but don't abandon stocks. Number 2, take advantage of catch-up contributions in your 401k and your IRAs. This is something you can do when you hit 50. I knew about it, but I didn't really take advantage of it as much as I should. I did to a certain extent, but not the full bore. Okay? When you, as of 2024, you can save up to $30,500 in your 401k after the age of 50 and above. In an IRA, you can save up to $8,000, 50 and above in an IRA. So those are thousands of dollars more than you can before the age of 50. Whoa, Raven fight, Raven fight. Take advantage of that, guys. That's the best way to, if you want to retire early by taking advantage of those catch-up contributions. It's free, it's free money that's given to you from 50 years of age and beyond. Number 3, tackle your debt. In your 50s, this is the best time to get rid of your debt. Now, you don't have to go into retirement debt-free. I certainly didn't. I went into retirement and 6 months, I think it was 6 months later, I purchased this house. Okay? If it's a smart investment, I don't plan on leaving this. I'm probably going to die here. Let's be morbid. Let's be morbid, okay? Not too morbid, but we'll be morbid. I plan on probably dying here. So to me, that was a good investment. What is bad investment is, for instance, credit card debt. Get rid of that stuff while you're in your 50s, or at least tamp it way down. When you're younger, you think about that stuff, but maybe not as much, right? So think about credit cards. Student loans. Some of you might be hanging on to student loans when you're 50 years old. I know, I got a master's degree, so my student loans took me a while to pay off. Those of you who pursue doctorates, hey, you could still be paying that off when you're 50 years old, believe it or not. So take care of your debt in your 50s. Run it all down as far as you can before you retire. And again, I don't believe you have to be debt-free. Would it be nice? Absolutely. But make sure you just tamp all that stuff down as much as you can in your 50s. So when you get to retirement, you can take a deep breath, like my buddy Ferris. And if you guys find him, let me know where he is. Hey, for you watching me for the first time, my name is Dwayne. This is a channel for retiring on moderate income. If you think you might be interested in that, think about subscribing and like the video as well. And if you really like it, way down here, you can buy me a coffee. Oh. Number 4, set realistic goals as far as your retirement savings go. I used, and I still use occasionally, a retirement calculator called FI, F as in Frank, I as in Calc. Great retirement calculator. You can input all your numbers, and it spits out for you the probability of you retiring, your retirement lasting, for example, 30 years. Great calculator, and it's free online, FI Calc. Put your numbers in there, especially when you get to 50 years old. You want to have an idea, a goal where you're going to reach, okay? You also have to figure out how much is enough for you, you know? Depends. If you're on moderate retirement, your expenses are probably pretty low. So what for you might be enough might not be enough for other people. And again, this is not one of these 7, but this is very important. As I mentioned before, guys, don't compare yourself in your retirement to other people. They get retired with 5, 10 times as much money as you have, and they'll be probably living a much bigger lifestyle. Don't compare yourself. So that gets back to setting up realistic goals. When you're in your 50s, you should have a rough idea at least, the age you want to retire and how much you want to retire with. So you've got a goal to work for, right? You can say, okay, 62, I'm going to retire. I'm going to have $600,000. Great. Know that by 50. So you can shoot for that mark. And you know what? If your saving is good, if you're being, if the market is good, you might retire with more than that. But give yourself a goal, but make those goals realistic. Number 5, create an HSA. That is something that a lot of people that I know started doing in their 50s. This can really help you pay for medical expenses in retirement, okay? A lot of people have this set up even before the age of 50. An HSA can really go a long way in retirement to help you, cover costs that maybe overran what you thought they might be. Because, guys, you never know, right? You never know when you're going to get hit by unexpected medical stuff. I mean, my stomach has so many scars in it from I had to have my gallbladder taken out. I had to have my appendix taken out. I have 2 hernia surgeries. Did I expect any of those? No. And if I have any more, it's going to be like Swiss cheese. Okay? So you never know. You never know when unexpected medical things are going to come up. Create an HSA. That'll go a long way to helping you. Number 6, start making, now again, when you're 50, doesn't have to be set in stone, but start making plans for when you are going to withdraw, start taking your Social Security. Is it going to be 62? Is it going to be 65? Are you going to be one of those wacky ones who are going to wait till 70? If so, great, man. You know what? If you love your job, as I've always said on this channel, do what you love. If you still love your job and working, fine. My dad was a college professor. He retired at the age of 70 because he loved what he did. It took him a couple years in retirement to figure out what he loved to do in retirement because he loved his job that much. So at least have a rough idea when you're 50 years old when you want to take Social Security. I figured I was going to take it at 62. But now, and this goes along with our 7th point, 7th point is make money on the side to help supplement your retirement when you're in your 50s. My initial plan was to take Social Security at 62. Now, since I started this YouTube channel and I'm bringing some additional money in, I've pushed that back to 63. At least. I might push it back further. Why not? It's like an extra 7 or 8% increase each year you push it back, right? So at least have a plan in your 50s for when you're going to take Social Security. That's a big step, guys, a big step. Again, it'll give you something to shoot for, right? And as I just mentioned, number 7, a great time is in your 50s to start trying to make money from a hobby you have, something that you love. And if you're not retired yet, it doesn't matter, right? You're just doing stuff on the side for fun. Maybe you're making a little money off it, but what if that hobby turns into something that can make you money? It doesn't have to be a huge amount of money. I mean, last year I made about $23,000 on YouTube, okay? It's not a huge amount of money, but it goes a long way for those of us on moderate retirement income. So in your 50s, start doing something part-time. Figure out if you like it or not, Even if you don't, let's say you do it for a couple years, that's additional money you can put into savings for your retirement, right? So number 7, make money on the side, however you want to make it. And let me tell you, just from first-hand experience, it goes a long way. It goes a long way, guys. Because I'm making this YouTube income, I haven't had to touch my retirement savings since 2022. That's a year and a half. I can just let it grow. I don't have to worry about the ups and downs of the market so much because I'm not touching it. So think about that number 7, guys. It can make a big deal. There you go. There are my 7 best ways for saving for retirement. Take some of those to heart if you want. You know, it might help you. I know some of those really helped me right before I was going to retire. So, as always, guys, from the beautiful high desert, we got this.